Hello, Internet. I'm Jossaway, and this is Return of the Obra Dinn by Lucas Pope. This is a bit of an older game, one that's received many plaudits and much acclaim. I've never played it, don't know anything about it, so this will be a blind playthrough. And beyond that, I don't have much to say. Let's dive in and find out what Return of the Obra Dinn is all about. Lost at Sea, 1803, the good ship Obra Dinn, built 1796 in London. 800 tons, 15-foot draft, Captain R. Witterell, crew 51 men. Last voyage to Orient, Cape Rendezvous unmet. Contact East India Company, London office for inquiries or testimony. All right, we have a letter here from the Honorable East India Company letterhead. Attention, Chief Inspector, Insurance and Claims, London office. The Obra Dinn has returned. Dispatch to Falmouth immediately and prepare a full assessment. Falmouth, England, 1807.
Company man woke me up. Said you'd need ferry to the Obra Dinn. Not many eager for that job. Seems a bit late if you ask.
I didn't.
What's in the box?
I don't know. Hoist it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
Carefully.
Okay, so it seems we are a woman, an inspector for an insurance company, and we've been ferried to the Obra Dinn. Very interesting art style. I'm not quite sure. Okay, we've got WASD to move. We're going to climb up and onto the ship. And so our adventure begins. All right, well, we've got, you know, a couple of sails, lots of lines. And I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do here, but we'll just start poking around and looking at things. Real quick, we'll take a look at the controls here. So space is action, E is zoom, tab is open book. Not a lot to work with. Not a lot to work with at all. Can we ring the bell? No, we cannot. All right. Yeah, very interesting art style. I'd seen little bits and pieces of this before. Screenshots and stuff, but, oh no, what is that? There's something out in the water, it seems. Something gleaming? But I'm not sure what to make of that. Got a cage here. A crank. Some sort of crank or pulley system. So spacebar's not doing much. I can't interact. I suppose we'll head into one of these rooms. And take a look around. So there is an on-screen prompt in the hand reaching out, I suppose, when you can do something. I guess the X on the keyhole indicates whether or not it can be opened.
Oi! It's too heavy!
It sounds like we'll need to rig up some sort of a crane or pulley somehow to help our ferryman get whatever our suitcase... Whoa! You were not there before. Okay, we've got a skeletal corpse on the deck. That's disturbing. Let's go look for our ferryman. So the boat is still there.
It's too heavy! Lift it yourself!
I don't see how that's going to work. Right off the bat, we don't have access to any tools or anything. I suppose we better keep exploring. There doesn't seem to be much else that we can do. This sudden corpse appearance is a little bit unnerving. We have some rope? No. That's not a thing. I do want to know what that gleaming spot out in the water is. So, alright, at the moment I'm a little bit befuddled. We can't go in any of those other two doors. We've seen sort of what there is to see as far as I can tell. I don't know, we can't interact with anything. Apparating corpse is upsetting, but not much to say beyond that. Alright, I guess we'll head down to the boat and try and lift our luggage.
It's too heavy. Take it yourself or open it here.
Right. So we've got a journal. Return of the Obra Dinn, a catalogue of adventure and tragedy. Given that this is set in England, I believe, I will perhaps occasionally bust out the accent. I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell you the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first. All will make sense in time. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Henry Evans. So we do have a table of contents here. The journey, the ship, the crew, life at sea, glossary, back cover. Chapters, loose cargo, a bitter cold, murder, the calling, unholy captives, soldiers of the sea, the doomed, the bargain, escape, the end. So here is a map showing the trip, I guess. So we start in Europe, on the southwest coast, Great Britain. Head down past Spain, Africa, through the Canary Islands to Cape Verde. Then we alter course. It looks like originally we were heading down to Cape Town, perhaps? Or I guess we were headed to... It said the Orient, so we're going down and around the Horn of Africa and then up, I guess? We have a view of the ship, the deck plans. So we've got the main deck, we've got passengers, cabins, and captain quarters. Then we have the gun deck. Second and fourth mate, bosun, first mate, third mate, stewards, and midshipmen. The orlop deck, with the purser's office, more passengers, port walk, and the gunner's stores. Carpenter shop, starboard walk, more crew, and the surgery. And then we have the cargo hold. The captain's cargo, bosun's store, passenger's cargo, and lazarette. We've got a complete crew and passenger manifest. Robert Witherell, the captain. William Hoscut, the first mate. I imagine we'll need to know more about these names and their professions later, but we've got mates, the surgeon, carpenter, cook, butcher, gunner, purser, helmsman, artist, Edward Spratt, a bunch of passengers, stewards, midshipmen, topmen, seamen, and these are all classes of of sailors, I suppose. Sketches of life aboard the Obra Dinn. Oh, there's like you can kind of hover over people to get a feel for who was sketched here. Formosan royalty, and then justice at sea. Someone was, shot and killed. I did see. Hold on here. ES. There is a. There's a signature here, which I think corresponds to. Was it Edward Spratt, the artist? Yes, Edward Spratt. Okay. Chapter 1, Loose Cargo. Part 1. Part 2. Alright, so we have to complete these chapters. Interesting. Skim through the entire book first. Okay, you got it. Unholy captives. Soldiers of the sea. Does this correspond to the chapter list we saw at the start? The Doom? No, I don't remember. Oh, I guess there was the Doom. Okay, alright. Oh, hold on. The bargain. This chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me. Henry Evans. Okay. There's escape. And the end. There's a glossary. I know a lot of these terms. Captain, mate, boatswain, gunner, purser, sturgeon, carpenter, helmsman, steward, midshipman, topman, seaman, rigging, main deck, gun deck, orlop deck. Alright. Who knows what this is? And then we have a compass. With a skull in it. Memento mortem. Remember death. All right. Well, I guess that's it for the ferryman. Let's end our luggage. Let's head up. So we have the book and the compass, and perhaps that will change something up here. Still not much to do. That strange corpse has vanished. Well, maybe it hasn't. I should go check. Now, the corpse is here. Perhaps we can do something with it now? Alright, now we have this strange compass. Perhaps we can do something with it.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells!
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Oh my. Well, it seems clear these men were trying to take something from the captain, and in response he shot and killed one of them. Perhaps both. Love the music. Love the music here. So we get a three-dimensional space we can walk through to examine the fate of this individual, whoever he was, as he was shot and killed by the captain. Fascinating. Alright, this is our first opportunity to get inside the captain's room. Oh, no, I can't get past him. Oh, what's happening now? Okay. The end. Okay, outside the captain's quarters. Who is this and how did they die? Location of the corpse, 3 others were present. All right, so we have to, it looks like we have to solve the mystery of maybe each fate of each person, each passenger or crew member on the ship. This unknown soul met an unknown fate. Well, he was shot, right? Was shot with a gun by Robert Whitterell, the captain. I'm not sure we know who it is. Memories where this person appears can be navigated from here. Okay. This soul appeared in one memory. First memory. Bookmark all memories where they appear for quicker navigation. Use the buttons at the top of the page to edit bookmarks and navigate between them. Show memories on deck map depicted in Justice at Sea sketch. X. Captain, open the door. Kick it in, lest we break it down and take more than those shells. You bastards may take exactly what I give you. Okay. We have the location of the corpse. Three others were present. This is obviously the captain. This person's face is no longer blurred, which means that they can now be identified. Use the book and the pocket watch to gather enough information to deduce their identity. Revisit memories on the ship using the pocket watch to study relationships, appearances, and activities. Use the book maps, crew manifest, and artist sketches, along with the individual conversation logs, to find clues about names, relationships, appearances, and roles. There were 60 people on the ship when it left England. Determining everyone's identity and fate will not be easy. Decisive information is rare. You will have to make assumptions using partial information. Some identities may only be revealed through a process of elimination. Good luck. Well, alright. This is Robert Whitterell. Okay. We've made some progress here. Alright, what else do we know about him? He's shirtless with this blue coat. He is holding an axe as if he were to break down the door. And then the man with him who was egging him on. You can see his face. This is really interesting. It's a really, really interesting concept. So we kind of get to navigate these memories in 3 dimension and look for clues and whatnot. Now, can I, like, I can't open the door inside the memory. He has the gun. Captain Whitterell. I'm fairly certain that's who that is. Alright, I don't think we can learn any more, so let's leave. For now. Not sure what the compass hands or... I'm not sure what the compass hands mean. Unless it's like chapter and chapter or something? Oh, look at this. Now the captain's quarters are open. There's 2 dead bodies in here. A knife. Yeah, that's still locked, but we can get in here. So we've got a little bit of a walk around the balcony out here. That is going to be important at some point. I don't know what it is yet. Well, we've got 2 more corpses to examine. And not a lot else I can do in here. I can't, like, open drawers and shuffle through them for ammo, so... I suppose we'll take a look at these one at a time?
Where are they? Must be in here someplace.
They're at the bottom of the sea.
That's a lie.
Okay. That's the captain again, right? And I'm not sure if this is the same guy who was... What? Looks like he's slitting his throat with a knife. Is that the same guy who was the accomplice? And then the question is, did they kill each other? Okay. So how do I advance through to the part where I start making guesses about things? Okay, I just have to wait for the musical interlude to come to a conclusion. Okay. So, if I double back here... Not sure who this is, but we know how they died. They were knifed by the captain. Is it knifed? Is that the right thing? Yeah, I think so. This unknown soul was knifed by Captain Robert Witterill. So I think he was in here looking for those shells, right? That we heard about in the first memory. So the guy who got killed, and the captain is saying they're at the bottom of the sea. He threw the shells off the Obra Dinn. I mean, I'm not quite sure what type of shells they mean and why they would be valuable, but it seems that's what happened. Got the location of the corpse. 2 others were present. The captain and... Yeah, this is definitely the guy who was in the first memory. Okay. Let me tab out and go to the second corpse. I don't know that there's much else I can learn from that. Although it's interesting that the gun is on the floor. Perhaps it's like a flintlock, a single shot. It could not be reloaded quickly enough after this guy, like, burst his way in. I don't see anything else of value in this particular view, so let's... Yeah, that guy was there. He was already dead. Let's leave this memory. And let's see if this is the captain. Wow, he's still fighting. The captain, somebody else came in. And now he's crushing his head? Clubbing him in the head? Oh, he got stuck with a knife. Which of them died here? That seems more survivable than cracking his skull with... Is that a metal bar? Not sure what that is. But yeah, the captain was badass, fighting off the crew who were, I guess, mutiny? Engaged in mutiny? No one's out here. Yeah, he was dying or dead with his slit throat. This taller individual came in, stuck the captain with a knife, and the captain hit him in the head with like a metal bar or something. This is a really interesting game. This unknown soul. Crushed? No. Clubbed, perhaps? Eaten, electrocuted, expired, exploded, fell, froze. Shot, speared, spiked, strangled, struck. No, I think he was clubbed by the captain, right? 3 memories. This soul appeared in 3 memories. What? Show memories on deck map. I'm not sure that makes sense to me that he is in 3 memories. Arrows indicate the flow of time. Well, wait a minute. Does that... how does that make sense? That this would be 3 memories? Yeah, because this is this is not the captain, and he was clubbed by our Witterell. All right. Well, I'm not sure why it says he's in 3 other memories. There's no dialogue for what happened. Location of the corpse. All right. Oh, hello. There was a woman here. Well, now, when I zoomed in, what is happening there with that zoom in? Oh, it's showing who she is. Okay. Open the book while examining a face to flip directly to the sketch. Okay, so this woman was she dead or sleeping or what? This guy's got something around his neck. Or maybe is that a violin? He's playing a violin. Where is the captain? Well, it's interesting that she was present. She was sleeping in the captain's quarters, or dead. I don't think there's much else to find here right now. I mean, there could be things hidden in all of these memories that I have missed. Small details, but let's see what else we can do. Now there's this person. I mean, we have a pretty good idea who this is. Okay, the Kraken attack. Love it. There's a lot of folks dead here. She was killed on deck by the Kraken, it looks like. Fascinating. A lot of other people were present here. He had a cutlass or sword. He was being yanked. They were fighting it off. Wow, impressive. Very cool. This guy got friggin' cut in half, or ripped in half. Whoa, what a terrible way to go. Somebody over here is firing pistols at the beast. Yeah, quite a few other ladies. Chapter 7, The Doom. Fascinating. So this woman, whoever she was the husband of Martin. So if we go to the manifest, who was Martin? Martin. Probably a passenger, I would think. Wait. Oh, Martin was his first name. Hold on. Maybe there's more than one Martin. Let's see. Martin Perrott. Martin Perrott. He seems to be the only Martin, the third mate. So is there another Perrott or Perrott on board? Let's look for women's names. Abigail Hoscott Witterell. That's got to be someone related to the captain. Anderson. Interestingly, I don't see a female name with Perrott as the second name. Martin Perrott. Who else do we have as women? We've got Abigail. Maybe she... Well, she was in the captain's quarters. Maybe it was... Maybe she... Hold on. Maybe she was calling out to Martin, but maybe Martin wasn't her husband. I want to go back to the Doom. Nope, I screwed this. Q for this. I want to go back to the Doom. On the main deck. Martin, where is the captain? Have you lost your mind? Get back inside. I want my husband. Where is he? He's below deck. Come here. So maybe this was Abigail. Maybe this was the captain's wife. It would make sense that she ended up in his quarters. Yeah, I think maybe we do know who this is. If I can find her in here. Yeah, Abigail Hoscott Witterell. She was crushed by the Kraken's tentacle. I don't know if that... This may or may not be correct. Fates are validated in sets of threes. Correctly identify at least 3 people and their fates to have the information typeset into the book. Decapitated, drowned, eaten, electrocuted, expired, exploded, fell, froze, illness, killed, spirit spiked, strangled, struck. There's no tentacle here. Suicide, torn apart. No. I think... Crushed by a terrible beast, perhaps? What does this do? Identifying people, fate validation, using the book generally, and bookmarks. Remind me about bookmarks here. Okay. Not sure I understand how bookmarks work just yet, but... Corpse was moved post-mortem. 10 others were present. Kind of see... Yeah, we can see these faces clearly, because we've seen these folks in the memory. Well, we've seen some of them, I guess. Captain was not present? Oh man, this game is fascinating. The compass started like shivering and I clicked the action button and I don't know what just happened. Oh. This guy was torn in half. So we can navigate from one memory to the other? Oh. It's pulling me in that direction. I can't move right now. Wow, alright. It's trying to show me where he went, what happened to him? Good God. Holy moly, that's a pretty terrible fate. Well, he had some tattoos. And he was literally ripped apart, ripped in half by the Kraken as crew members tried to fight it with spears. Yikes. Oh, look at this. There was a goat or something? This individual is tossing a gun, a shotgun, to someone who's trying to catch it. I don't know enough about who these people are to recognize their faces yet. I mean, he's got a beard. Yeah, okay. Right. I don't know who this is, but they were torn apart. By a beast. By a terrible beast. Okay. This unknown soul was torn apart by a terrible beast. 12 others present. Now it's shivering again. The compass is leading me on some sort of a journey. It wants me to investigate this individual next. What sort of supernatural chicanery is this? Who is this inspector and what is this magic compass? Oh my gosh. I can't quite tell what's happening here. I think that's meant to be an explosion. It looks like the Kraken grabbed him as he was moving. Maybe I'm not quite sure what's happening here. It does look like an explosion of sorts, but I don't quite understand what triggered it or how it worked. It seems his death, though, was caused by an explosion. I'm not quite sure how it was triggered in the wet and the rain, but that seems to be what happened. Get to the main quick. Hold on. Throw it. Throw the powder. This guy sacrificed himself, or... Well, I mean, I think he... exploded? Was blasted by an explosion? That's about all I can tell about that. Yes, so it's very difficult to discern exactly what's going on in here. Oh, look, we can actually get down into the hold now? No, the next deck. We don't actually have access to the next deck in this memory. I mean, the ship is askew because it's roiling in the waves as the storm blasts down. And they're fighting this kraken. I mean, I think we exit here. Wow. And now we can see the second deck. Oh my gosh, there's still a bunch of corpses we haven't had back on the main deck that we haven't really fully explored yet. What an interesting concept for a game, to see the moment of death and have to piece together the fates and identities of those involved. Also, obviously, it seems likely that almost everyone on this ship is dead, right? We're gonna have a lot of fates to determine. Someone might be alive. But was there betrayal? Was there skullduggery? I mean, there was mutiny at the end. But that was after the Kraken. So some of the crew and some of the passengers must have survived the Kraken attack. Obviously, the ship itself did. What a fascinating game. I'm actually a little bit surprised that it was never described to me in sufficient detail to entice me to play it before now. I kind of thought it was one of those walking simulator games, to be honest, but everybody said it was so good, but nobody explained to me what it was. All right, well, this seems like a pretty good taste of Placa Brace. A pretty good place to take a break. So I will be ending the episode here. I'm definitely going to keep playing this game. I would love your guys' thoughts on this. I mean, I know most of you will have played this before. Most of you maybe have seen other playthroughs. You know, I obviously don't want spoilers. I don't ever use wikis or spoilers for this type of game, or most games, but your thoughts on the playthrough and what you think about how I'm doing so far. Am I kind of like getting the vibe right? I hope so. But we'll be back with more Return of the Obra Dinn in the future. Until then, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Take care.